This is possibly the worst news you will hear in your entire life. If you guys already know this, if you don't, I'm going to tell you. Sony is going to stop releasing physical discs for new games. And to make it even worse, they're shutting down PlayStation stores for PS3 and PSV games. My main problem is the second option. The first option is bad, yes, but we already know that they weren't making as much money from physical games compared to digital games. So obviously they're going to stop making physical games. I'm going to comment on this later, but the main problem is PS3 and PS Vita games. You see, I grew up in the PS3 and PS Vita era, so I know how those kind of games play. They still run well, they still feel good to play, right? When you go and you start saying how you're going to stop, interacting with those communities, that means that those games are going to die out. That means in around 5 to 10 years, those games will disappear off the planet. And yes, you might be thinking it's just PS3 games, it's just PS Vita games. But if they move in this direction, that means it's going to continue in this direction. Eventually, we're going to be on the PS8, right? And there might be some PS5 exclusives that you don't want to play. I mean, PS4 exclusives that you still want to play. Oh, but now PS4 games, they're finally getting shut down. So if you can't play those, if you didn't buy those games back in 2020, you will never be able to play that game again. And if you think that I am dragging it, I still have proof for you right now. If you guys remember Marvel Avengers. Now, I personally thought Marvel Avengers was some dog shit. I personally thought Marvel Avengers was one of the worst games in the world, right? It was unfun, it was buggy, but when I played with my friends, I did have a pretty good time. Did I like it by myself? No, but with friends, it was pretty fun. The game, it got taken off the store. You wanna know why? It wasn't making a lot of money. So you cannot physically buy Marvel Avengers right now. The only way you can play Marvel Avengers is if you bought the game or if you have the disc already, right? So since everything is already moving digital and it's showing that it's going to take games off of the PlayStation Store, you already cannot play Marvel Avengers right now, right? You have to go and buy the disc from somebody off of eBay, right? So now, if they stop making discs, nobody in the world in 5 to 10 years will never be able to play Marvel Avengers again. That's insane to me. They're able to lock games away. If you play Fortnite, you know how there's the vault, and every season some guns come out the vault. There will never be a game that can come out the vault. They are going to put games in the vault, and they will never be able to play them again. Also, let me show you this real quick. We already have proof that some licenses will be able to be taken from Sony and they will have to take it from their platform, right? So if games, right, they lose the license to a game, they have to take the game from their platform. Meaning, if you have the game and you paid for this game, hopefully they're gonna give you a refund. Most of they already have taken 500 games away from players. We're gonna go into this next, but if you had the game and they take away the game and you don't get a refund, that means you possibly just lost $60 to $80 worth of money because again, games are going up in prices, right? So you just lost $60 to $80 worth in money because they lost the license to the game. Originally, if you had the disc of the game, right? Even if they lost the license, you could put the disc in, you could still play the game. There is nothing stopping you from putting that disc in. If it's digital, yes, the game will be taken off of the platform because it has to be taken off the platform. If you have the disc, you can still play it. Now, you cannot do that anymore. So like I was saying right here, right? Sony erased digital content from libraries. We're reminded of things we don't own. Right here. Let me show you what exactly I was trying to talk about. Right here. Sony recently informed PlayStation customers in the United Kingdom that they will no longer be able to watch previously purchased movies and shows from production and distribution companies such as Studio Canal as of September 1st. Affected customers will no longer be able to stream 551 titles from the PlayStation Store. Previously purchased. This isn't rent. You didn't rent these games. You didn't rent these movies. You aren't borrowing these movies. You purchased these movies, meaning you bought these movies and they pulled all of these things from you. If we go completely on the digital era, that means you do not own anything in the world. If you guys already were here a couple weeks back, right? Let me make sure my OBS is even running. A couple weeks back, they made an update where if you are offline the game for 90 days after you bought a game. Obviously, most players aren't going to be offline for 90 days. But let's say you go out on a trip. A lot of people don't have the time to play games 24/7. Let's say you go out on a vacation. You leave your PS4 back. You are a businessman. You go out on a business trip. 90 days pass. You just bought the game, but you didn't have time to play it. You come back, ready to play the game. You got to sign in. You got to verify. You got to make sure that this is your game, or they will take the game away from you. I want you. You can look it up. I can find the clip for you right now. Hold up. We'll find the clip later. But they will have to verify and check it again. So if they are already rolling this in, that they can take games away from you in a couple years, let's say hypothetically, you say a bad message. Let's say you tell somebody to harm themselves, right? PlayStation sees it, you get banned. Now that you're banned, you cannot play any of your games for a 90-day notice. Have they said they would do that? No, but they are already putting the systems in place for that to happen, and you already do not have license for the game. What you are getting now is a code for the game. What is it? I seen a picture of it earlier. Right here. You are getting, I don't want to put, just in case there's some bad messages in here, I can't. You are getting a packet for the game with a code on it. That's what you are getting now, right? You aren't getting the physical game. So hypothetically, let's say you get banned. You get banned, you can't play any of your games for 90 days. That is insane. If I pay money for my game, I don't care if I tell you to harm yourself. Back in 2016, you guys remember Prime Call of Duty lobbies. Was I participating in those? No. Did I see them? Yeah. But if I said, like they were saying, to harm yourself or saying out of pocket things, somebody reports me, I get banned. Should I have been saying those things? No. Should I have been a more mature individual? Yes. Should I have not said those things? Yes. That still does not give you the right to take away a game that I paid for my own money. Who tells you? Let me show you one more thing. Let me just go on our app. So, do I have PlayStation? Do I have PlayStation? Where is? Okay, right here. So on PlayStation, right? Let's see Invincible. Okay, NBA 2K26, right? $70. If we go and search up on eBay right now, NBA 2K26 PS5. $17.95, $11.99, $20. The real reason why they are doing this big change is because they want to make money. Most people, they don't care if they play used games. Most people, I mean, yes, I would want a new game. Yes, I want a fresh packet on my desk where nobody else has touched. But some people, they just want the cheapest option. So if you can look up on the internet a single game right now for someone to play, this right here, this guy has 5 VC characters. These guys are 97 overall, 77 overall, 69 overall, 87 overall. You have to pay to get VC, right? You can farm for VC, but if you want to level up your characters faster, you need to pay for VC. So hypothetically, this is $65 for the full game plus VC. The base game is $70, meaning if you buy this game, you're getting a $5 off, and you're getting 6 characters where you can immediately hop in and have the most fun in your life. And some of these characters right here, $55, 90 overall, 97 overall, 95 overall, 97 overall. Madden 2K26 and Madden and 2K26 basketball. Overall, it is a better deal for the consumer if they physical games exist, right? So obviously, they want to make money. I'm not going to get mad at them for wanting to make money. It's scummy, yes. It is a dickhead move, yes. But they want to make money overall. That's something that everybody wants to make. So overall, they're just going to take this out the message, right? And my final message is to you. I seen a comment on here, right? Let me see. What was I looking for? Um, Collectors, right? If you guys know hoarders, I should have pulled it up. I should have pulled it up. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't know what's in my history. I don't know what's in my history. All right. Hoarder show. All right, we're back. Now, Hoarders is a reality show. It's about people who hoard stuff. Obviously, should you be hoarding? No. Obviously, hoarding is bad for you. But the entire show of hoarders exists because of collectors. Now, most collectors don't have it this bad. I've been collecting since I was 8 years old. I have DS games. I have PSP games. I have Nintendo Switch games. I have all PS3 games in a case under my computer desk. I have mad PS4 games locked in a box. I have the Amazing Spider-Man. I have this game. You cannot get this game in most places. The people said this game sucks. People said this game was buggy. I love this game. I played this game over 4 times growing up. I love collecting the skins, right? People like collecting stuff. Pokemon cards exist for that exact reason. People will rush in stores as soon as Pokemon cards drop and immediately buy mad cards, fill their whole cart with Pokemon cards. People will do the same thing with Sony games. They'll buy a game, they'll put it under their desk after they beat it, and they'll buy another game, they'll put it on their roof. Why? Because it looks cool. Why? Because they want to collect stuff. Some people' entire job is their collection. People will make content out of their collection. People will make money. Well, I already just said that off of their collection. Point is, people like collecting stuff. And this whole update right here will genuinely kill the entire collection scene. This entire collection scene. You are an NPC yourself. What does it say? Number one North American Pokemon player. You see, I don't even understand why you would post this because if you play Pokemon, hypothetically, let me just ask you something right now. If you play Pokemon, you obviously collect Pokemon cards. If all Pokemon cards, right, I just want to ask you this question. If all Pokemon cards went completely digital right now, do you understand the amount of chaos that would cause? People would riot. It is the same exact thing. People don't want digital Pokemon cards. People want to have the Pokemon cards. People don't want to check their phone and see, oh wait, that actual Pokemon, it was actually copyrighted from Power World, and Power World Loki sued us for that Pokemon. So I understand that you did pay $2,000 and $2,000 for that Pokemon, but yeah, it's getting banned. And then you wake up and that card isn't in your inventory no more. They want that Power World Pokemon card. By the way, Pokemon, if you're watching this, please stop the beef with Power World and make a collaboration card. I promise you, I would spend all my money on a Power World and Pokemon card. I already spend money on Yu-Gi-Oh! Make a Power World Pokemon card and my life is yours. But you play Pokemon, so you obviously should know, hey, I want to have my Pokemon cards. I don't want my Pokemon cards being taken away from me because of disputes out of my control. Yes, I mentioned the ban earlier, right? Hypothetically, if you get banned, it is your fault. Hypothetically, if something bad happens to you, it is your fault. But there also are things that you can't control. You can't control a lawsuit. You can control not telling somebody to harm themselves. Those are two different things. I don't want to lose my games because of something I can't control. Overall, this is bad. This is bad, especially because of how high prices are getting now. GTA 6, $100. EA Sports, $100. All of these games, right? $150 for, no, this is a bundle. We're not going to count that. And the sad thing is, Grand Theft Auto 6 is literally not even the base game. In order to customize your character in Grand Theft Auto 6, you need to buy the Ultimate Edition. Meaning, for basically the full package of Grand Theft Auto 6, you need to buy the $100 Game Pass. When this game comes out, there are going to be eBay prices where no, it won't anymore because there's no more discs. Exactly. If this game came out 3 years ago, there will be an eBay price where you could buy this same exact game on eBay for $70 in around 6 months from now. Do you want to wait 6 months to play the game? No, but somebody on the internet would wait 6 months to play the game, buy the eBay price on the internet, and then boom, they have an easy win for you guys. So the people that are complaining about, I mean, the people that are fine with the whole digital stuff going on, you're basically just saying, I want things to be more expensive. I want to be charged for everything twice. And I don't care if my games get taken away from me, even if I did absolutely nothing wrong. We're just going to check one more game before I end this video. Assassin's Creed, no. EA Sports College Football 27. We're just going to check it. EA Sports. Holy, I cannot spell. I need to go back. This is my two. I took too many gap years. I took too many gap years. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't spell. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm worse than Rakai. I'm worse than Rakai. This is a poster. These are posters. This is more expensive. Why would you ever buy this right here? I can't. Okay, the game just released. We need to find an older game. An older game. Let's see. What's one older game that we could find right now? Call of Duty? How much does Invincible Versus cost? It just released a while ago. Invincible Versus cost. How much did it cost? $50. Not even still. $45, $40. It's $50. You might say a $5 sale is not a good sale. If it's the same exact game, you could get a refurb. You can return it. If it is not, if it's broken, you can literally return it and get your money back. So you're not really losing any deals off of buying this game, right? So $40 right here is $50 here. $45 right here. $48 right here. $40 right here. $42 right. I don't think this is the game. I think that's a poster. Point is, like I just showed you, you are only making money. So overall, people who complain about this, you just want to make less money. You just want to spend more money. We are already in a horrible economy, and you want less money to have. But gas in my area costs $5. It costs $5 for gas, and you want more games to cost more money? We're ranting about stupid stuff now. We don't need to be talking about gas prices. Point is, hopefully you guys have the same opinion as me. I don't really know what else to say. Like, this is horrible. This is possibly the worst update we have ever seen on PlayStation. And the sad thing is, Xbox is probably going to do this too, because now that PlayStation did it, we are already just going down the route. So Nintendo is already starting to do it. Nintendo was doing it first. Now PlayStation's doing it. Now Xbox is going to do it in the upcoming years. Is it their fault? Probably not. It mainly is the AI's fault. AI has been taking a lot of money from these developers because it's costing them more to make games. It's costing them more to make new consoles. So they need to cut prices on stuff that they are wasting money on, which is possibly digital disc, even though it is the most consumer friendly thing in the world. And also, like, if I get hacked right now, I just lost $10,000. That's the worst thing ever. You know how easy everybody's on the internet. Digital security is at an all-time low because anybody, and I mean anybody, can hack you right now. Your internet is all over the internet. People have your cookies from anywhere. Your data is everywhere. So if random guy 2066 gets angry at me, hacks into my account, locks me out, and says all of my games are digital and I do not have any more discs at the moment, I have just lost over $10,000 worth of games. I platinum games. I farm for trophies. If I But I have the disc, so it doesn't really affect me. But let's say you don't have the disc and you farmed years of trophies. You get hacked. You lost all your money because it's all digital. You lost all your progress because you don't know your password anymore. They don't recover your account. So now everything you just worked for your entire life is gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, if you want a life like that, you are an idiot. I'm just saying it. No disrespect, no full disrespect to you. If that is how you want to live your life from the next 50 years until you die, you are simply an idiot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was low-key a rant by me, not like my usual content. Um, Subscribe, like, hype it. I don't even fucking know. This is possibly the worst update that has ever happened to me. Especially to make it even worse, they just increased PS5 prices. Now games are costing $100 to buy the base game, because if GTA the base game was $80 and then the actual game was like for like a couple extra cons, like a couple extra clothes, maybe a special gun, something like that. So just some unique content. That was the $100 price tag. Okay, you can buy the $80 price tag. You're not losing anything, but you physically cannot customize your character anymore. So if not even base games, if you are taking content away from games and you're still making them cost $80, and now PS prices went up, and now there's no more digital disc, and now it's just bad. So the economy is going to shit. It's simple. The economy is just simply going to shit. Like, subscribe, hype. I don't know. Hopefully they don't do this change. Life is fucking over. It's really over. One more thing. I forgot to tell you guys. Ubisoft took the crew from people's libraries after the game shut down. So it's not even just movies. Like before, I was talking about movies, but then I was scrolling, I was editing the video, I was literally about to pull up CapCut. Boom. I see a comment. I'm like, is this true? I did a couple research on it. Yes, it is. The crew literally got removed from sale. Like that's how it happened with Marvel Avengers 2. But the difference between Marvel Avengers and the crew is you can still play Marvel Avengers in your library, right? You can't play the crew anymore. It got taken away from consumers' libraries. The crew has been delisted on all platforms. There is no way you can get the crew back. If you bought the crew on digital, since server infrastructure and licensing constraints, like I said, if you get banned and lose all your games because you are a horrible person, whatever, if you get banned and lose all your games because of licensing, that's not your control. So you lost your game. You can't play this game anymore. The only way you can ever play the crew in your entire life is if you have the disc. But guess what they're doing? They're taking away the disc for 99% of players. So now, if you don't get the crew before January 2028, you can never play this game again. It's that simple. You need to go on eBay, right? You need to search up the crew. What the? Oh my God, I'm an idiot. The crew. And if you don't buy this game right now, while it is on eBay, if you do not buy this game right now, you will never be, and not before January 2028, you can never play it again. It's not like Marvel Avengers. It's just gone. And it's gonna be like this forever and forever. If you guys know, Dead by Daylight is removing Michael Myers from the game because they don't have the licensing rights over Michael Myers anymore. Is that your fault? No. But if you spent money for Michael Myers in Dead by Daylight, and now it's just gotten, the DLC is getting taken away from you because there was nothing you could do about it. Now, obviously, if you bought the DLC, they're not leaving your inventory, right? So it's not as bad as Sony because you're still gonna have the DLC. It's literally, if you just did not buy the DLC, it's going to be forever gone. But I already bought it, so it's perfectly fine with me. But that's the route that we're going on. It's games are getting taken, 500 movies getting taken. It's gonna be more and more. It's only gonna evolve. The world is going to shit. The world is going to shit. And this bitch ass nigga Elon has over $1 trillion. Like, please buy out Sony. Please, I swear to God, please buy Sony out, bro. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, hype it. This is horrible news. We're gonna need to cut down on the games. So they're gonna stop making games in the future. I'm not saying it's gonna be 2028. It might be 2030. But if nobody's gonna be releasing purely physical games, GameStop is ass. Okay, I'll be going to games. I used to go to GameStop as a kid, but their sales suck. You can give them a PS5 and they're gonna give you $20 back. They fucking suck. But even still, GameStop has been around for years. And that means GameStop prices, GameStop sales are going to drop by millions. Let's look up GameStop stocks. GameStop stocks. Shit. So let's look at them. So for the past 5 years, just decline. For the last year, decline. Bro, can it show me the last 6 months? It's been going up for the last couple months, right? But it doesn't matter if for the last 5 years, they have been falling off the face of the planet. So if they already are losing an extreme amount of money, since they already are failing as a business, what is going to happen when PlayStation goes fully digital and most games are stopped being produced? They're already going to have a couple games. They're going to have a stock load. Yes, that is going to be good. But even if they have a stock load, if most games in the future, let's for the next 2-3 years, are going to stop being made, and then Xbox is going to have to do it to either keep up with PlayStation in the next couple years. Meaning, because they said it themselves. Before they were partnering with PlayStation. After the new CEO came along, they started going back and making Xbox exclusives. Halo got canceled. They're making the new War and Hammer is going to be an Xbox exclusive, right? So if they're going to try to keep up with PlayStation again, that means they're gonna have to lock down the games, meaning GameStop is fucking done for. PlayStation just killed GameStop. It's over. I know GameStop has already fell off for the past year. I know people don't go to GameStop anymore, but GameStop has one of the best. People have hella memory from GameStop. I remember when the PS5 first came out and people were standing in front of the GameStop. People were standing in front of GameStop. People were standing in front of the Walmart for years because I was there. I was with my mom. I was holding my mom's hand and she told me she was gonna give me that PS5. Did we get that PS5? Fuck no. But we were there and it was the most hype shit ever. And it's going to be gone. It's going to be gone and it sucks and it's probably never going to happen again. Like I give it like after 2030, it's probably going to be dead. It's either they're going to have to turn into a digital company. It's either GameStop has to either turn to AI or they're going to have to turn into a hardware company. They're going to keep selling hardware like VR sets, PC components, stuff like that. But let's say hypothetically they do that. They are now competing. Let's look at NVIDIA stocks. NVIDIA stocks. It doesn't matter today. Let's take the last 5 years. Bro, why the fuck is it so delayed? Holy shit. For the last 5 years, it has only lost. For the last 5 years, it has grown. It is continuing to grow. Yes, it has bad stocks. Yes, it is sagging. Yes, short term, it's going to have a couple bad weeks. But overall, it's been rising. So if GameStop needs to survive, and in order for them to survive, they either need to go into AI, which NVIDIA is already going to get into AI. They're using AI in their PC components. Am I going to be using that AI update? Fuck no. I don't use NVIDIA. I never use NVIDIA. Who do I you already see, I use AMD. Fuck NVIDIA. If they're going to compete with NVIDIA, if they are going to compete with other AI-based companies, which are all better than GameStop, they are literally putting themselves in a big pond, and they're going to be the smallest fish in that big pond. It's over for GameStop. GameStop is completely fucked once its update goes through. Whatever. Goodbye, guys. This is the last time. Like this there is going to be no more coming back after this. Like this is the last cut in. Goodbye. Serious this time. Love you guys. Bye.